One sunscreen that I've been regularly recommending for the last 4 years. What is it? We'll find out. In this video, I'll tell you what are sunscreens, why is it important to use a sunscreen, how are sunscreens tested, what is in vivo testing, and how sunscreens are rated, and also the best way to use a sunscreen. So let's get started. So what are sunscreens? Sunscreens are products which protects the skin against UV rays that are emitted from the sun. Okay, so UV rays are of two types, UVA and UVB. So a broad spectrum sunscreen should be able to protect your skin against both UVA and UVB. So the sunscreen protects the skin by either absorbing the UV rays, by scattering it, or reflecting it. So in sunscreens, there are two types of filters: physical filters and chemical filters. Physical filters are zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, and chemical filters are everything else like avobenzone, oxybenzone, octocrylene, octinoxate, tinosorb, uvinol. All of these come under the category of chemical filters. So why do we need sunscreen? Our skin tends to tan very easily. Wrinkles and lines are not the first sign of aging in our skin type. Dullness and dark spots are usually the first sign of aging. So in order to slow the process of aging, to reduce tanning, to reduce stubborn dark spots, to reduce the formation of dark spots, to reduce further worsening of dark spots, and to slow signs of aging, we need to use a sunscreen on the regular basis. The Derma Co 1% hyaluronic gel sunscreen is something that I've been recommending for a long time, and I really like using this sunscreen because it is lightweight, it is very easy to spread, it's not oily or sticky, it leaves no white cast, it suits all skin types, and it also works really well under makeup. But apart from all these reasons, why I like using this sunscreen is its performance. It is tested for safety and efficacy and proven to be very efficacious in protecting the skin against UV rays. Now they have a new variant, which is the oil-free matte gel sunscreen. This will be loved by those with oily skin and those who want a matte finish. Like I said before, this sunscreen has been tested for safety and efficacy extensively. How are sunscreens tested and what is in vivo testing? So testing is usually of two types. First is in vivo testing, wherein you use live organism to test, and second is in vitro testing, where the testing is done on a petri dish in a lab. So sunscreens are mostly tested for two parameters, for calculating the SPF and calculating the PA value. So SPF is calculated by in vivo testing. In vivo testing means that the sunscreen is applied on the back of the patient and then it's exposed to UV rays. Then you look at how much erythema is developed and in how much time it takes for erythema to develop. So that is then calculated to take out a SPF value. So SPF is usually a ratio between the minimal erythema dose of protected skin versus minimal erythema dose of unprotected skin. So that's how you calculate the SPF value. Whereas the PA value is calculated by in vitro testing. On a petri dish, you apply the sunscreen and you pass UVA rays and then you see how much of it is blocked by the sunscreen. So that is how you calculate the PA value. So checking for both SPF rating and PA rating is important. SPF shows the protection against UVB rays. UVB rays are associated with skin burn and with delayed pigment darkening, whereas PA value shows protection against UVA rays. UVA rays are associated with skin aging, which is photoaging because it penetrates deeper, it causes collagen breakdown, it also causes tanning and immediate pigment darkening. So your sunscreen should be able to protect against both UVA and UVB. Therefore, always look for SPF as well as PA value. Now, how much SPF is required? So if you're mostly indoors and you don't have any kind of dark spots, you're not struggling with any dark spot or tanning, then you can use SPF 30. But if you are someone who is outdoors, who you have a lot of sun exposure, or you have stubborn dark spots, you are struggling with acne dark spots or melasma, you want to get rid of tanning, you want to get rid of dullness, then you need to use SPF 50. Also remember that if you're indulging in sports and in water activities, then you have to make sure that your sunscreen has at least SPF 50. Now when it comes to PA value, because PA contributes to skin aging and also immediate pigment darkening, you need a PA value of at least 3+. So how much sunscreen do you need? You need to take 2 finger length and then apply it on the whole face. 1 more finger length for your neck. So 3 finger length for the face and neck should be enough to give you adequate protection and give you protection that is mentioned on the packaging in terms of SPF and PA value. Okay, so if you apply less, you're not going to get as much protection as that is mentioned on the packaging. So how to reapply sunscreen? You need to reapply sunscreen every 2 hours if you're outdoors. But if you're indoors, do you need sunscreen? Yes, you do, but you can apply only once or twice. So if you're mostly indoors, then you can apply the sunscreen once, let's say at 9 a.m. in the morning, and then you can reapply at about 1 or 2. You don't need to reapply it every 2 hours. But if you're out and about, if you're sweating, if you have a lot of sun exposure, if you're on a vacation, then make sure to reapply it every 2 hours for the sunscreen to effectively protect your skin. Remember that sunscreen should be a part of your daily routine, and it is something that will give you dividends in the long run. You will not immediately see results, but when you use sunscreen on a regular basis, your skin will definitely improve 6 months to 1 year down the line. This the Derma Co sunscreen works really well for those with oily skin and those who like a matte finish to the skin. So you will love using it because of how lightweight it feels, how easily it spreads, and it leaves no white cast and it's very comfortable on the skin. It has SPF 50 and PA4+. The UV filters are avobenzone, insolizole, octinoxate, octisalate, and tinosorb M. Overall, it's a good sunscreen for everyday use. It's oil-free, so it'll be liked by those with normal to oily skin and even combination skin, and those who like a matte finish of their sunscreen. So let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite Derma Co product. I hope you found this video useful. If you liked such skin and hair related content, you can follow me on my Instagram handle Dr. Aanchal MD, where I post such skin and hair related content daily. I've also started a podcast called Decoding Health with Dr. Aanchal, where I bring in doctors, health experts to discuss about certain medical issues in detail. I hope you find that helpful as well. Let me know what type of content you want on this channel. Thank you for watching.